Okay, so this is a practice sheet for Target 1 under Expressions and Equations, applying properties of operations to simplify linear expressions. So we have the front page just has level 2 skills, and the back page has level 3. So I'm going to try to do one problem out of each section, and I want you guys to try to do the other 3 problems on your own, okay? Okay, so I am going to start with number 3 here. It says 4n plus 4, plus 1 plus 3, n. So right away, I'm going to identify my like terms. So since you guys have pencils, not highlighters, I'm going to put a box around 3n and 4n. Those are like terms. They have the same variable. So we can combine those. So what's 4 plus 3? That would be 7. So 7n. Now I'm going to draw a different shape to identify my other like terms. I can combine 4 and 1 because they both are constants. So there are numbers that don't have any variables or any letters attached to them. So what's 4 plus 1? That's right, you guessed it, it's 5. So this is my simplified expression. Okay, so the other 3 are just combining like terms and making a simpler expression. The second section, you're going to use distributive property. So we want to see that you know what distributive property is. Okay, so I'm going to do number 5. I have a negative 2 on the outside. That means negative 2 is going to be multiplied by 7. I distribute that negative 2 to the 7. What is negative 2 times positive 7? You guessed it. It's negative 14, because a negative times a positive is a negative. If you are not sure about those rules, negative times negative and negative times positive, just use a calculator. Just type in negative 2 times 7, and you will get the right answer. So don't guess, just use a calculator. All right. Now we're going to distribute the negative 2 to the other term that's in the parentheses, and that would be negative 2. So I've got a negative 2 and a minus 2. A minus, we treat it like a negative. Though it looks like it's a minus sign, it is a negative sign. They mean the same thing, okay? So negative 2 times negative 2 is going to be positive 4n. We pull that n down. And this is the simplified expression once you distribute. Okay, now I'm going to do one problem on the back. I'm going to do number 13. So number 13, we've just got a negative sign outside of the parentheses. That means 1. I'm going to add my 1 in there. So I know that that's not just a floating negative sign. It means negative 1. So I'm going to distribute first. You're always going to distribute first. Negative 1 times negative n. And let's remember that negative n, that means negative 1n. Okay, so negative 1 times negative 1, that's a positive 1, positive 1n. Now I'm going to distribute my negative 1 to the 2. So negative 1 times positive 2 is negative 2. And then I just pull this minus sign down and the 2n down. So I have 1 minus 2 minus 2n. My like terms, I'm going to circle those, 1n and minus 2n. Those are my like terms. So we have a negative 2 and a positive 1. The difference between those, if you just type 1 minus 2 in your calculator, you will get the right answer. It's negative 1n. We add that n on, and then we do minus 2, because minus 2 doesn't have anything to combine with. So this is it. You could also write it as negative 2 minus 1n. All right? I do want you to write on number 14, that negative sign just floating out here, that means negative 1. So write that in there. Let me see the other ones. Okay, you guys can do the other ones on your own. I picked the hardest one for you, so you're welcome. Okay, good luck.